Why would I need to if it worked? One of the things that I really admired about Warren Buffett was his ability to do nothing.
Which is one of the key things, because that goes back to Charlie Munger's thing, don't get in the way of your compounding, right?
And there has been recent times where I think we can all think of where, using your beer analogy, something happens in the world and the true value of a company is higher than the selling price. I.e., if you go back to March 2020 during the market sell-off when the pandemic happened and everybody panicked, Amazon, for example, the stock briefly dropped below, roughly to about $1,500 per share, well below its intrinsic value, because people were panicking.
Right.
And then it quickly rebounded again past $3,000 a share. So theoretically, if you had noticed that drop, you could have made a 100% return on your money.
This is why if you panicked and sold,
you're screwed.
let's say you owned Amazon or you owned VTSAX, and you panicked and sold, well, you would have lost everything, and then it recovered. That's why I said earlier in our conversation, you have to stay invested so that the dip doesn't matter. And if anything, take advantage of the dip and buy more. So the important thing is you don't sell when it's down because there's panic in the air.
And I think this speaks to a broader sentiment throughout this conversation, which is to do what others don't do. And Warren Buffett's famous for saying, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Why would I need to if it worked?
Right.
Like, this is such an obvious question to me. Like, why would I need to sell it if it worked? I have great empathy because the people that buy these things are people that are desperate to get out of their financial situation and they've run out of options. And so it's very compelling to hear that there's some secret that you can predict the stock market. It's very compelling.
In another interview, I said one time, we were talking about the same line of conversation we're having. And I said, I blame my mother. I would be a lot richer if she hadn't instilled a conscience in me. She's cost me millions of dollars instilling this conscience. I could have courses, I could be, but no. I am saying that there is a path that will give you great results. And it's a pretty well proven path at this point.